So, unless you were living under a rock, you saw last night that the United States, led by Trump, went and bombed 3 sites in Iran that they thought were developing nuclear weapons. Now, whatever your political affiliation and your belief, of course, a lot of people are going to worry about what this means for the markets. And guys, if you're new to our channel, I want you to hear me. This will have no bearing in the long run on the markets. The biggest issue the markets have right now is overvaluation. And there will be a spark that causes people to suddenly care about valuation with a vengeance. Could it be this? Maybe, but we don't know what's going to happen in the short run. We just don't know what's going to drive our events and valuations to suddenly matter. Guys, we've said it 1,000 times. In the short run, stocks are a voting machine. In the long run, they're a weighing machine. I believe my memory serves me correct. When Israel and Iran first went at it, the market started out down for the day, and they either ended up close to even or up. These things, you have no idea what's going to happen and when. In fact, I texted my group over at my company and said, all right, $100 anybody who can guess where the NASDAQ finishes tomorrow in terms of percentage change. If somebody told me it was going to end up down 5%, I'd believe them. Somebody told me it was going to end up 2%, I believe them. I really have no idea, and I don't care, and neither should you. What should matter to you is, what are you buying? How are you buying it? Are you buying it at a price that makes sense? If you're dollar cost averaging in a low cost ETFs, keep doing it and keep hoping that markets will fall at some point so you can buy cheaper shares, especially if you have decades to go until retirement. Guys, I love this chart, and I put this chart up on every channel we have. This is the S&P 500 going back all the way to 1950. And look at it just going, look at all these events that, by the way, this is not even 1% of the events that have happened in our world. And look at them just going up and up and up. And guess what? Every time there was something down, 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 even back here, we don't see the big downs. They were events that occurred that made people in the short run have fear. And guess what happens every single time? The world comes out of it. The markets, economies get better. And that's the way you have to remember it. You have to remember from now on that the markets will continue to get better. Now, are we at good valuations right now? No. We're over 100% overvalued on the most reliable metrics in the long run. Now, can I see a justification for higher valuations versus 100 years ago? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, we are still overvalued. And a great story at the wrong price becomes a bad investment. With Iran right now, we don't know what's going to happen. Are we going to go in some full-fledged war with Iran? I really hope not. I just don't think that's good for anybody. I don't think that's good for anybody. It's just a terrible, terrible idea. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I voted for Trump this last election, but it's just a bad idea to go to war, in my opinion. We have a lot of issues, deficits. We have debt ballooning. This is not going to make it better. We're going to just spend more and more money on a war that we don't need to be involved with. Now, we're looking at all these events again and saying, okay, what's going on here? Look at September 11th. September 11th was not the trigger that made things go poorly. We were in a market bubble here, and things just kept going lower. And in fact, here, the Iraq War was kind of the start, was kind of at the time when the market started to bottom because valuations got better. That's what happens in the long run. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to issue the same challenge here that I did to my staff. Guys, in the comments below, tell me what percent change that you think the NASDAQ will end up on Monday, June 23rd at the close. Now, I'm not looking for a round number. If you're doing round, I want a first number, a decimal point, and 2 more digits. So if you think 1.23%, it's 1.23%. If you think down 2.3%, minus 2.30%. The person who gets closest to it will get one of 2 options. Either $100 sent to them via Venmo or Zelle, or 2, 6 months free of our Everything Money software. Either one. Guys, I cannot repeat till I'm blue in the face. Imagine in the last 5 years, all the things that have happened in this world that we've been worried about. We've had COVID. We've had inflation. We've had interest rates skyrocketing. We've had probably things I'm not even remembering here. But now we have this Middle Eastern event occurring. I look at this saying, We've gotten through every single one of them, and it wasn't as bad as we thought. In fact, it ended up being, look at COVID. The world shut down, and we still got better. So remain focused in the long run. That's why we're here for you as a channel, to keep you focused on the long run and remind you what really matters, which in the long run is valuation. But the ironic part is no one seems to care. Thank you for your time. And again, good luck below. Make the comment on where you think the NASDAQ ends up tomorrow.